Welcome to Psych Circles, where we dive deep into the mysteries of the human mind. Today, we are exploring a topic that is often shrouded in mystery and misunderstanding: dissociative identity disorder, or DID. Have you ever heard of someone switching personalities? It might sound like something out of a movie, but for those with dissociative identity disorder, DID, it's a reality. This condition, often dramatized in films and TV shows, is far more complex and nuanced than popular media portrays. Often misunderstood and stigmatized, DID is a complex and fascinating mental health condition that affects the lives of those who live with it. It is not simply a case of having different moods or pretending to be someone else. It is a profound disruption in a person's identity and sense of self. DID is characterized by the presence of two or more distinct identity states, each with its own patterns of perceiving and interacting with the world. These identities, or alters, can have their own names, ages, histories, and even genders. They may emerge in response to specific triggers or stressors, taking control of the person's behavior and thoughts. It is rooted in severe trauma, typically from early childhood, and manifests as a coping mechanism that allows individuals to compartmentalize their experiences. This dissociation serves as a protective barrier, shielding the person from the full impact of their traumatic memories. These identities, often referred to as alters, may take control of a person's thoughts and actions, sometimes without the person's awareness. This can lead to significant disruptions in daily life, as the individual may not remember actions taken by other alters, or may find themselves in unfamiliar situations without understanding how they got there. This can lead to gaps in memory, changes in behavior, and a fragmented sense of self. The person may feel as though they are losing time or may be told about things they have done but have no recollection of. This can be incredibly disorienting and distressing. DID is a severe form of dissociation, a mental process that causes a lack of connection in a person's thoughts, memory, and sense of identity. This dissociation is not something the person can control. It is an involuntary response to overwhelming stress or trauma. The journey into the world of DD can be a confusing and isolating one, both for the individual experiencing it and for those around them. Friends and family may struggle to understand the condition, and the person with DD may feel misunderstood or alone. This video aims to shed light on this complex disorder, exploring its causes, symptoms, and treatment options. Treatment for DID often involves psychotherapy, where the goal is to integrate the separate identities into one primary identity and to address the underlying trauma that caused the dissociation. By increasing our understanding of DID, we can help to reduce stigma and provide support for those who live with this challenging condition. Education and empathy are key in creating a supportive environment where individuals with DID can seek help and begin their journey towards healing and integration. Dissociative identity disorder, formerly known as multiple personality disorder, is a complex mental health condition characterized by the presence of two or more distinct identities, or alters, within a single individual. These identities can take control of the person's behavior at different times, often leading to significant gaps in memory and a sense of disconnection from oneself. These alters have their own unique ways of perceiving and interacting with the world. Each alter can have its own distinct personality, preferences, and even physical characteristics, such as different handwriting or dominant hand. They may have different names, ages, genders, mannerisms, and even voices. For example, one alter might be a young child who enjoys playing with toys, while another might be an adult who handles work responsibilities. DID is a dissociative disorder, which means it involves disruptions or breakdowns in memory, consciousness, identity, and/or perception. These disruptions are often a coping mechanism developed in response to severe trauma, usually during early childhood. These disruptions interfere with a person's sense of self and their ability to function in daily life. Everyday tasks can become overwhelming, and maintaining relationships can be challenging due to the unpredictable nature of the disorder. The experience of DID can vary widely from person to person. Some may have a few alters, while others might have dozens. The frequency and manner of switching between alters can also differ greatly. Some individuals may have frequent and noticeable switches between alters, while others may have more subtle shifts that are less obvious to those around them. These switches can be triggered by stress, certain situations, or even seemingly random events. The experience of having DID can be incredibly isolating and confusing. Individuals may struggle to understand their own behavior and emotions, leading to a sense of alienation from themselves and others. Individuals with DID may feel like they are losing time or have gaps in their memory. These periods of amnesia can range from minutes to days, and the person may have no recollection of what happened during that time. They may find themselves in unfamiliar places or situations with no recollection of how they got there. This can be disorienting and frightening, adding to the overall stress and confusion. This can lead to feelings of fear, shame, and distrust, both of themselves and of others. The stigma surrounding mental health issues can exacerbate these feelings, making it difficult for individuals to seek help. Despite the challenges associated with DID, it is important to remember that it is a real and treatable condition. Therapy, particularly trauma-focused therapy, can be highly effective in helping individuals understand and manage their alters. With proper support, therapy, and self-care, individuals with DID can learn to manage their symptoms, integrate their identities, and live full and meaningful lives. Building a strong support network and practicing self-compassion are crucial steps in the journey towards healing and integration. Dissociative identity disorder, commonly known as DID, is not something that people are born with. It is a complex psychological condition that develops over time. Contrary to some misconceptions, it is not a genetic predisposition or a personality flaw. There is no evidence to suggest that DID is inherited or that it stems from a person's inherent character traits. Instead, DID is widely understood to be a response to severe and often prolonged trauma, particularly during childhood. This trauma can take many forms and is usually deeply distressing. This trauma is usually interpersonal in nature, meaning it involves harm inflicted by other people, such as abuse, neglect, or witnessing violence. The child may feel trapped in a situation where they are powerless to escape or change their circumstances. When a child experiences overwhelming trauma, their developing mind may use dissociation as a coping mechanism. This is a natural response to extreme stress, allowing the child to mentally escape from the immediate reality. Dissociation is a mental process that allows the child to detach from the traumatic experience, separating themselves from the pain and fear. It is as if the mind creates a safe space where the child can retreat to avoid the full impact of the trauma. In essence, the child's mind creates separate compartments or identities to hold the unbearable memories and emotions associated with the trauma. These identities, or alters, can take on distinct characteristics and roles. These fragmented identities develop as a way to protect the child from further psychological harm. Each alter may have its own name, age, gender, and personality traits, and they may emerge in response to specific triggers or situations. Each alter may embody different aspects of the trauma or serve different roles in the child's life. For example, one alter may be the one who endures the abuse, while another may be the one who seeks help or tries to maintain a sense of normalcy. For example, one alter may be the one who endures the abuse, while another may be the one who seeks help or tries to maintain a sense of normalcy. This division of roles helps the child manage the overwhelming emotions and experiences they are facing. As the child grows older, these fragmented identities may persist, leading to the development of DID. The alters may continue to exist and interact with each other, sometimes without the person's conscious awareness. The severity and complexity of DID can vary greatly depending on the nature and duration of the trauma, the child's individual resilience, and the support they receive. Some individuals may have a few alters, while others may have many, each with its own unique characteristics. Understanding the link between trauma and DID is crucial for both diagnosis and treatment, as it highlights the need for a compassionate and trauma-informed approach. Effective treatment often involves therapy that focuses on integrating the alters and addressing the underlying trauma. With the right support and treatment, individuals with DI can work towards healing and achieving a more unified sense of self. It is a challenging journey, but with patience and understanding, recovery is possible. Raising awareness about DID and its roots in trauma is essential for reducing stigma and promoting empathy. By educating ourselves and others, we can create a more supportive environment for those affected by this complex disorder. In conclusion, dissociative identity disorder is a profound response to severe trauma, particularly in childhood. It is not a flaw or a genetic condition, but a testament to the mind's incredible ability to protect itself in the face of overwhelming adversity. By understanding and addressing the root causes of DID, we can offer better support and hope for those on their path to recovery.